Olympic legacy is the result of a vision. It encompasses all the tangible and intangible long term benefits initiated or accelerated by the hosting of Olympic sports events for people, cities, territories, and the Olympic movement. Respected judges and my fellow speakers, I, Anhat Singh, is going to speak on the topic India should host Olympic Games, and I'm speaking for the motion. Becoming the hub for the mega event of sports pilgrimage, India can get an impetus to national and international investments, foreign relations, world-class infrastructure, tourism, sporting culture, etc. Typically, the Olympic Games are funded through public money, national and international corporates, multinational sportsmanship, sale of broadcasting rights, etc. Once the games have been granted to the city, it is a natural magnet for the investors, experts, and global stakeholders.
It is an old saying that haste makes waste. As we have learned enough from the Commonwealth Games, that becoming a host when one cannot even excel as a guest leads to a disaster. Good morning, respected judges, jury members, and the fellow speakers. I am Lavleen of Class 10th, speaking on the topic that India should host Olympic Games, and I am speaking against the motion. My worthy opponent states very boastfully the utopian impact of games on any host country. But is he aware that historically it is a proven fact that these games are more of a liability than an asset? Most hosting countries suffer from the economic valley effect. That is, building up to these games seek a huge surge in investment, immediately followed by a dramatic dip in economic activity in post-game period. One cannot reach the 10th floor without stepping on the first stair. India needs to work for sporting culture at the grassroots level. How many schools in India have made physical education a compulsory subject? Sports faculty is always found meager, and nobody spares a chance to show down to the coaches and the trainers by calling them non-academic.
My worthy friend would definitely believe in the upliftment of sports by looking into the recent performance of Indian sports persons in Olympics. Our hockey team, both boys and girls, have created history along with gold medalist Neeraj Chopra, silver medalist Mirabai Channu, Ravi Kumar Dhiya, and bronze medalist Bajrang Punia, PV Sindhu, and Lavlina. Such results could never be expected without a grand sports infrastructure and motivation to those who aspire to bring laurels to the country. The assured monetary support and valuable prizes given to the sportsmen test the genuine intentions of the government. More and more youngsters can be enticed with such wonderful attractions and employment opportunities.
My dear friend is very voluble while counting the post-victory awards given to the players of these games. That has the administration done anything for the preparations? How many sports academies and stadiums has it built? Because in my native place, I have witnessed a stadium built about 25 years back. But unfortunately, it has become a spot of film shooting and promotional activities, and players have no access to such grounds. You talk about hockey team. Indian hockey team is sponsored by a poor state like Odisha. And do you think that it is sufficient to set an example for others? I agree with you that celebrations and accolades can inspire others, but I'm sorry. Many of our medal winners have played self-supported games. So before becoming a sporting powerhouse, India must leave a market such events with her performance. Otherwise, it is hard to convince other nations that we are serious about sports.
But, dear friend, it doesn't mean we cannot host Olympic Games. The Delhi government has desired the stage games in 2048 as part of centenary celebration of India's independence. The IOA Secretary Rajiv Mehta's meeting with three-member bid committee of IOC and submitting a formal expression of interest shows our seriousness towards hosting this event. It will also wash off the tarnishing aftermath of Commonwealth Games.
It will be very premature to draw things in conclusions. Dreaming and wishing to host the biggest games of the world is not everything. India has hosted only a handful of multi-sport events. The Asian Games, the Commonwealth Games, FIFA U17 World Cup, ICC Cricket World Cup, and Men's Hockey World Cup. However, none of these games really match to the grandeur and the scale of the Olympic Games, so it is still a long journey.
It is always first time for everything. So far as competitors go, it is never going to be a straightforward victory. The earlier we can begin planning and strategizing, the stronger and cheaper the actual event can be. However, a common trend in Olympic world shows that a failed attempt for one bid can be a stepping stone for a victorious bid in coming years. So I end up by this quote that victory is in the quality of competition and not in the final scores. So I wish Team Olympic India the best of their endeavors and luck. Thank you.
On the contrary, I will conclude by saying that be kind if you win, and if you lose, tell the other team that it was a good game. Thank you.